There are many risks that you're going to face when planning for your retirement. Market volatility, inflation, taking care of your health. All of these are factors that you have to plan for. However, one of the most significant risks to retirement income is the sequence of return risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth. Now you might be sensing this video is going to be heavy on math, even for us, but it matters. So I just ask you to hang in there. This is really important. How you handle the sequence of return risk can be the difference between leaving your money to beneficiaries or running out of money. Think about when you're younger. You have more time. When investing for the long term, downturns in the market are less important because your portfolio has a chance to recover, which makes sense, right? Now let's fast forward to retirement. There's no recovery time to wait for rates to bounce back. Now suppose you're taking withdrawals during a downturn. In that case, you risk that the timing of your withdrawals from your investments will harm the overall rate of return and the continued growth. This has a significant impact on retirees who depend on their retirement savings and they're not bringing in new money to offset those losses. Timing here is everything. The number one concern of retirees is running out of money. For example, say you retire in a bull market. Your withdrawals will be at least slightly offset because you're still making new gains. This may be enough to grow and sustain your portfolio against any future downturn. However, suppose you begin to take withdrawals in a bear market. In that case, you're taking money from an account that is steadily shrinking, and that may never recover. I'll give you an example that I often use to demonstrate the sequence of returns risk. We're going to use two people, Don and Mary. Now, both Don and Mary are age 65 and will live until age 90. They each start and put $1 million in the market, and each of them average a 6% rate of return. Mary draws 5% of her $1 million every year. $50,000 plus her Social Security makes a pretty good retirement for a lot of folks. Mary takes out $50,000 a year for 25 years. That is $1.25 million in income, and she dies with $2.5 million left in her investments. That's pretty good. Mary was lucky. The sequence of returns for her was very favorable and withdrew when the market was high. Now let's go to Don. All we did was reverse the returns. The same numbers, just the opposite order. In the first year, Don takes 5%, but the market is down 25%. That 30% reduction does irreparable damage to his account, and at age 83, Don is out of money. $2.5 million at 90 versus broke at 83. It's crazy, right? Now the ironic thing here is they both did the exact same thing. They saved, they invested. But something like the random sequence of returns that naturally happens within the stock market, which was entirely out of their control, determined their financial fate. Scary. Now, as we know, it is nearly impossible to predict when the market will be in bull or bear territory. So how do you protect your portfolio against something that seems entirely out of your control? Anticipate the worst case scenario when planning for retirement, and be prudent and be disciplined. I know it isn't fun to think that the market will be crashing, but it's worse to assume that you'll be in a bull market territory throughout your golden years. Prepare for the worst, but of course, hope for the best. I would stress that many people jump in and out of the market attempting to time it. This kills long-term gains. Don't get caught up in that. This is where discipline comes in. Pick a strategy and stick with it. Another way is to simply continue working later into your retirement years to reduce how much you withdraw. This can also allow you to keep saving and investing even after you retire. Now, there is no age limit on investment accounts, so save away. Now, finally, diversify your portfolio. Investing in bonds may provide a lower average return rate, but they are far less volatile than other investments. Now, for more information on that, check out last week's video. Diversification is critical in creating a portfolio that holds up when the market is down. Sequence risk is not under your control, and there are many options to consider to mitigate that risk. Now, one thing I'd caution is don't take it upon yourself to try to figure this out. The risk is way too high, and if you make the wrong decision, it could cause irreparable damage. Imagine being Don, out of money at age 83. all because you were too stubborn to ask for a little bit of help. Come talk to a Trajan Wealth fiduciary advisor. Our advisor will look at your personal financial situation and risk tolerance to build a portfolio that will last through your retirement years. We have the experience and knowledge to create a flexible income plan for bear markets as well. So, until next time, I'm Jeff Jr. Take care, my friends.